Good day, class. So for today, we will be talking about we believe in God's providence. So at the end of our lesson, you should be able to be aware of God's providence and action in our lives to help those who need courage and determination to overcome difficulties and to express our trust in God through prayer. Now, class, I think we always experience difficulties in life and triumphs as well. And one thing is for sure is that as people who believe in the mercy and love of God, we can overcome this. Now, do you believe that we need to be patient and to trust in God in order to overcome our difficulties in life? Let's try to have some time to reflect on this question. Now, as we continue, divine providence consists in the dispositions with which God leads His creatures toward their ultimate end. God is the sovereign master of His own plan. To carry it out, however, He also makes use of the cooperation of His creatures. Divine providence, in this strict sense, tells us that God is in control, that God will lead His creatures toward Him, the ultimate end, and to fulfill the original plan that He had done before the fall of man. Now, while respecting our freedom, God asks us to cooperate with Him and gives us the ability to do so through actions, prayers, and sufferings. Thus, this awakens in us the desire to will and to work for His good pleasure. Yes, God gave us free will. We have the capacity and the capability to say yes or no to God's plan. But God is trying to ask us to cooperate because His plan, although it would hurt our own plan, is much better than us. And that is to will and to work for His good pleasure. And God's special providence for humankind does not abolish evil and suffering from the world, but it does offer the believing Christian the spiritual strength and hope needed to face these evils and to refuse to be overcome by them. In this paragraph, class, it gives us this notion, this idea that yes, there will always be evil. Although God did not make that evil. Because God, in a strict sense, is the fountainhead of all perfection. God is the source and the fullness of goodness. That is why God is taking that opportunity where we are in that problem, in that difficult situation, to blossom in our own will and spirit the idea of trusting and putting ourselves in the providence of God. So with that, class, can you get your notebook and ball pen and answer the following questions on your notebook. How do Christians trust in God's providence? How does God's providence protect us from evil and suffering? How can we build up our trust in God's providence? And how did things around us reveal God's providence? Now, class, you may pause this video, or if you want, while answering, you may rewind or go back to the part where I am explaining about divine providence so that you may answer properly the questions. So with that, class, after watching this video, you may continue the activity at home. You may pause so that you can copy and answer the questions on your notebook. With that, class, see you on our next video.